Have you ever caught your dog staring intensely at a corner of the room like they're watching a ghost? Or maybe plotting something? Or what about when their ears suddenly shoot up and they start barking at absolutely nothing, leaving you wondering if your house is haunted or if your dog just knows something you don't? Trust me, you're not alone. Dogs have some seriously mind-blowing superpowers when it comes to seeing and hearing things that are completely invisible or totally inaudible to us mere humans. Today, we're diving into 8 incredible ways dogs experience the world that'll make you see your pup in a whole new light. No pun intended. Let's get started. First, dogs can see ultraviolet light. Did you know your dog can see things that are completely invisible to you? Thanks to their ability to detect ultraviolet light, dogs can pick up patterns, reflections, and even substances that we can't see with our human eyes. For instance, they can spot dried stains, marks, or even sunscreen residue on your skin that you thought was totally rubbed in. So, if your dog keeps staring at a clean spot on your carpet, maybe it's time to double-check with a black light. You might be in for a surprise. UV vision also allows dogs to see details in flowers, fabrics, and even animal urine trails, which makes walks in the park way more interesting for them than for us. While you're admiring the scenery, your dog might be decoding an invisible map of scents and signals left by other animals. It's basically like they're living in a secret world that's completely hidden to us. And honestly, I'm kind of jealous. Next, dogs can hear frequencies that we can't. Dogs have some serious super hearing, while humans can only hear sounds up to about 20,000 hertz. Dogs can pick up frequencies as high as 65,000 hertz. That means they can detect high-pitched noises like squeaking rodents, buzzing electronics, or even the hum of a light bulb that we'd never notice. So, if your dog suddenly tilts their head or barks at the wall, don't panic. They might just be hearing something real, even if you can't. Dog whistles work on this principle too. They emit sounds at frequencies that only dogs can hear, which probably makes them wonder if we're all magicians. Imagine what it's like for them, though, living in a world full of noises we're completely unaware of. No wonder they sometimes look at us like we have no idea what's going on. Because honestly, we don't. Now, dogs can detect vibrations before earthquakes. Ever seen your dog get jumpy or restless for no apparent reason? It turns out, dogs are incredibly sensitive to vibrations and can actually sense earthquakes before they happen. Scientists believe this is because they can detect the tiniest ground movements or hear deep, low-frequency rumbles that we simply can't pick up. So, while you're casually scrolling through your phone, your dog might already be in full-on panic mode, trying to warn you to take cover. And it's not just earthquakes. Dogs have been known to react to thunderstorms long before the first raindrop falls. Their ability to feel pressure changes and hear distant rumbles makes them natural weather forecasters. So, the next time your dog starts acting weird, maybe don't ignore it. They might just be trying to save you from Mother Nature's mood swings. Speaking of warnings, dogs can sense emotions too. Ever notice how your dog always seems to know when you've had a bad day? That's because dogs are emotional geniuses. They can read your facial expressions, body language, and even changes in your scent caused by stress, fear, or excitement. Basically, your dog is like a furry little therapist who doesn't even need words to know how you're feeling. What's even crazier is that dogs can pick up on other people's emotions too. If your dog growls at someone or refuses to go near them, they might be sensing something off about that person. Whether it's their body language or some vibe we just can't feel, dogs have a sixth sense when it comes to reading people. So, if your dog doesn't approve of your new date, you might want to take their opinion seriously. We're only halfway through the list, and things are already getting spooky. Dogs seeing UV light and hearing ultrasonic sounds is one thing, but what if they're sensing something even creepier, like ghosts or spirits? Keep watching, because we'll get to that in just a bit. But first, let's dive into a few more incredible abilities your dog has that will leave you amazed. Next, dogs have night vision, almost like superheroes. Ever wonder how your dog can wander around the house in pitch darkness without tripping over anything? That's because their eyes are built for low-light vision. Dogs have a special layer in their eyes called the tapetum lucidum, which reflects light and gives them much better vision in the dark than we have. It's like built-in night vision goggles, and honestly, that's just unfair. But here's the fun part. This same reflective layer is what causes their eyes to glow in the dark. So the next time your dog's eyes shine like tiny flashlights, don't freak out. They're not possessed, just biologically awesome. It's no wonder they're such great hunters and guards, even at night. Now, dogs can hear ultrasonic devices and alarms. Dogs' sensitive ears allow them to hear things like burglar alarms, phone vibrations, and even electrical devices buzzing long before we do. That's why some dogs get anxious around household electronics. They're basically living in a world filled with background noise we don't even notice. Some studies even suggest dogs can hear Wi-Fi signals and other high-frequency sounds we can't pick up. So if your dog seems fixated on the router, maybe they're just annoyed by the constant hum. Or maybe they're secretly downloading data, who knows? Next, dogs can see motion better than we can. Dogs are natural hunters, and their eyes are specially designed to detect even the tiniest movements. While humans rely more on sharp details and colors to make sense of what we see, dogs are visual motion detectors. They're built to spot a squirrel darting across the yard, a leaf blowing in the wind, or even a bug crawling along the wall, often before we even realize anything is there. That's why your dog might freeze mid-walk, staring off into the distance like they just spotted Bigfoot, while you're standing there completely clueless. It's not that they're imagining things. It's that their eyes are tuned into motion in a way ours just aren't. This motion-sensing ability comes from their evolutionary past as hunters, where spotting fast-moving prey could mean the difference between eating dinner and becoming dinner. Even today, their sharp motion detection makes them incredible at activities like herding sheep, catching frisbees, or chasing balls at lightning speed. But let's be honest, it also explains why they go absolutely bonkers over shadows, reflections, and laser pointers. So, the next time your dog jumps up and starts barking at a flicker of light, or stares at the ceiling fan like it's about to attack, don't worry, they're not losing their minds. They're just showing off their built-in radar for motion detection. And honestly, we could all use a little bit of that superpower, especially when we can't even find our keys. Finally, dogs can smell sounds. Yes, really. Okay, this one is going to blow your mind. Dogs are so in tune with their surroundings that they can actually smell sounds. I know what you're thinking. How does that even work? Well, dogs rely so heavily on their sense of smell that it sometimes overlaps with their ability to detect vibrations caused by sounds. For example, when someone is walking toward your house, the sound of their footsteps creates vibrations that disturb tiny particles in the air. Dogs can pick up on those particles, basically smelling the movement before they even hear the footsteps clearly. It's like their nose and ears team up to form the ultimate crime-fighting duo. And honestly, it's kind of unfair that we don't get to experience the world that way. This incredible talent is also one of the reasons dogs are such amazing search and rescue animals. They're not just hearing people cry out for help, they're literally sniffing out vibrations, scents, and sound waves to locate someone in distress. It's like they have sonar built into their noses. So, the next time your dog runs to the door before you even hear a knock, or starts barking seconds before your delivery driver shows up, don't get annoyed. They're just flexing their super sensing muscles. Honestly, with skills like these, it's a wonder they're not wearing capes. Maybe they don't need them. They're already heroes in fur coats. And there you have it, 8 amazing things your dog can see and hear that you can't. From ultraviolet light to ultrasonic sounds, dogs truly experience the world in ways we can only imagine. If you had fun learning about your dog's secret superpowers, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss out on more fascinating videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and give your dog an extra treat today. They've earned it.